Hello everybody and welcome to my Ascension Messages. My name is Bobbie and I will be your guide for today. Today we're going to talk or look at or channel messages about careers and what's happening with the energy of our careers and so forth at the moment, or whenever you actually get to see this video. And yeah, because it's aligning with you and your energy. So I'm just going to focus in on that. The one big reason why that's come up with the Pleiadians is because they were talking to me about the fact that a lot of us who have broken free enough from the matrix are now getting the chance to, and they're showing me the full moon as well. There's something about the full moon this month. And then they're getting a chance to open up new doorways of how to energetically create a career for themselves or a work ethic for themselves that's going to bring in a lot of abundance. And it's a different energy belt. It's not as we were doing it before, where we were taught the outside world was to show us what was needed for us, and then we would oblige by the outside world and all of its laws, restrictions, and openings and opportunities. Instead, this is coming from you, which means you're making your own opportunity through your own alignment of self. And that makes a big difference as we go along. Actually, it's just like shuffling the Osho deck, and one of the cards flipped over, and as I was talking about that, it takes courage, and it does take courage, because this is something new. This is a new way of looking at things. We literally have to let go of that programmable logical mind to be able to open an opportunity or see a light within a crack, so that the actual flower can bloom. And it comes to us through our intuitive, passionate, this is what I decide I want, rather than this is what I have to do. This is my survival game. This is my, thrown in the thick of it all, and I have to do this to make this happen, to get this certificate, to do this. And that's not where it's going. It's more of I am really passionate about this. I feel this is right for me. This is making my soul sing. I'm going to keep moving, even though it looks like to the outside world it won't work, or it looks even to my logical mind that it might not work, but I'm going to keep going with this because it feels right, and I'm trusting this. And then you literally make the opportunity happen, because you're the central point of your existence, and your vibration raises to that opportunity coming to you, because you are absolutely focused in on that becoming your reality. You are making it happen because you're focused on that becoming your reality. And it's a different game, but it's scary for the logical mind to let go that much, because it's been taught that the only way reality exists is if I do the hard work and I do A to B to C, then I will become something that I can survive in this world. But it's not necessarily thriving, and it's not necessarily you being happy. It's not necessarily matching your soul, your feelings, or anything like that. So this is where the shifts are actually happening or changing up. Hey, Annie. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Sky. And Dedra. Good to see you guys in the chat bar already. Okay. See, I've started a school called Amicable, and then, it's bringing in a few dollars a month. It's obviously nothing on what I could survive on, but I am really passionate about it, and I'm going to keep driving that forward, because I believe in my soul this is what humanity's going to want to look for or need in the future, because telepathy and intuitive games and all of that are going to be sought after in the end, that sort of thing. and the fact of being a motivational speaker and that sort of thing. It's just I need to follow my heart and what I feel I'm here to do, and take these. It's not even a risk they're saying. I was going to say logically take a risk, because that's literally what my logical brain feels. So I've got these two sides of myself, and then the intuitive side, the channeling messages are saying it's not a risk when you know your power, when you know your feminine power, when you know that if you've made a firm decision and you ask your logical mind to come with you, just let go enough to come with this decision that we have created or we made. And then it's like once that's made by actually agreed to by the logical mind, then it's like nothing can stop you. It's kind of like if you were in a relationship with yourself and another person, obviously, and the other person was representing that logical mind, and you're representing the intuitive one that says, I know what would make us feel good because it makes me feel good, and when I feel good, you feel good, and blah, blah, blah. And then this person's like, yeah, that's not the way that it's supposed to go. I'm supposed to work hard and be away from you and all this sort of stuff. And it's when these two come together. It's exactly the same in a relationship. You have a relationship going on within your own mind and your own psyche of trying to find balance. And it's when that relationship within yourself, your logic agrees with your intuition. Yes, I would love to ground that career, that mindset, that understanding that that's my passion, my desire. Now, how can then your logical mind has a part to play. How can I ground this? What kind of business would it be? A Zoom business? Would it be on the internet? Would it be an actual practical business? Would it be at my home? Would it be in working with others? That sort of thing comes into play, and then you start to fill out the differences between the logical mind and the intuitive mind come together as one. So you're filling it all out as an acceptance of self knowing directly where to go. Now, a lot of us have been doing this or trying to do this work, but we're still being caught in that logical mind taking over out of fear because it's not quite getting us there. It's like a blockage. And they were showing me last night in bed a circle, and it was like the job was being worked on, and you're like, I know I have to do this opportunity. I want to do this opportunity. This is my passion. This is my desire. But then when it comes to the center of it, where it's just a void, and they showed me stars in the center, like a big circle of stars. In other words, the universe, the opportunities of unlimited expansion. It was blocked, it was closed over. So it was all this work was being done towards the opportunity, but there was still something that was blocking us. So this is where I bring in the cards, and we'll see what comes up with how can we really unseal or unblock this place that's kept us, it's almost kept us small. Hey, Arnie, good to see you. Okay, cards, do your stuff. So, yeah, the Pleiadians are definitely right here with me at the moment, just giving me an indication of where this is actually going. It's definitely something to do with lighting a candle. There is healing to be done here. See, this person has this kind of circle in the middle of them that I was talking about, and it's like closed off. They're almost saying, that's really interesting. They're saying, you think you need more healing, but it's when you decide you don't, you are healed already. You are presently enough that will open, and the light and you will connect more with way more opportunities. It's almost like we got caught in a vibration of feeling like something will always need to be done. You're not perfect enough. You're not there enough. You need to do that extra more. And this is coming from the logical brain. You have to do extra. You have to do harder. You have to work harder. You have to, even if it's something you're passionate about, comes in and it shows up like that. instead of releasing, relaxing and trusting. It's almost that logical mind holding on to the edge of the cliff and not allowing you to fall into the juiciness of this working, and seeing yourself as a magnet and knowing that you are going to bring in the opportunities. It's like, yeah, but I've only done this circle where I've felt I needed to do more and more and more, rather than knowing your power through doing less. And I literally put up a little message. I've been starting up these little messages on my Facebook if anyone wants to join me. Bobbie Richardson on my Facebook. And yeah, they just started to take off, daily messages kind of thing. And one of them was to do with that. So we have the dream, and it came out with sorrow. So here we go. This is one of the things that's been blocking us. We have this dream where we're, oh my God, imagine if that came true. Well, that would be cool. But then the sorrow is in the past. It's never come to fruit. And so it's still blocking us from the actual opportunities falling in our laps, because we have been through a lot, especially those that have been light workers or have missions. We've been through a lot. And the clearing has been worked on, and it's almost like, yeah, I see the value in sitting here in a hermit stage and feeling into that sorrow so that I can clear it. But it's almost like it's become they're showing me something like a trudge. Don't even know if that's a word. They're showing me something being grooved out, and like we keep grooving it out, instead of like we've got a wound and we keep just at the end when it's nearly healed, which means you have to let it go and forget about it, because you don't want to keep on focusing on it. Because what happens when you focus on a wound that's healed with a scab? We're going to pick it off. Sounds horrible, but we're going to scratch it off, right? But when you forget about something, say that wound was on your back of your calf or something, and you just completely forget about it, it heals faster, and then it returns back to its natural state. So it's something to do with us and recognizing that there's an acceptance of the wound, not to ever look at it, not to need to look at it again. It gives you, they're showing me opening up your focus into a wider band of opportunities, and the stars will come into alignment for you to make the career happen. Yeah, but if we're constantly dreaming on something, we're only keeping it in this etheric world. We're not grounding it either. And so we feel, because we were only doing that in the past, because the logical mind was in charge and that's all we knew, we hadn't done the shadow work. You have to remember that before the shadow work was done, or before you've actually looked at some of these wounds and stuff like that, you kept going around in circles on that. You had to look at the wound to be able to heal it, but it's not. Then it kept you in an etheric state of mind that nothing's really going to be grounded, because the focus was on the healing aspect. Now we've got to take the focus off the healing aspect and onto and just not even focusing on that at all, which gives you opportunities. And they're showing me, like, I didn't even see that. This is an old card. I've had these for many decades. But there's stars at the top of that opportunity here behind this person who is sitting here in sorrow. It's never going to happen. When's it going to happen? And then they're showing me these levels, and we've been grooving these levels. Like how many times do you have to go over the same problem before you realize it's an acceptance of oneself, an integration of that actually opens up the opportunity. They're bringing me to Australia, in New Zealand. When I did find a gold bracelet, it took a couple of years and I was working on my mind, and I did get to a stage where, oh my God, I get everything. I'm completely clear. Not because I'm completely clear, but because whenever something negative came to me, I could clean it up real quick. I could change my mind and shift the story really quick. And I saw the power. When I come to Australia, they said the training wheels are off, because they were actually helping me for those few years. And then I literally felt like I struggled, because I had to do this on my own then. And I went into the loop with everybody else again. But there was this moment in time and it was when I knew what I had to do. I had decided, or it was both together, that I wanted to come to Australia, and at that moment, I wanted to be a singer. And when I come to Australia, that's when I won the B105 thing with Today Tonight, and I was singing my original song at a Broncos game, big, huge football game, and a huge, like 20,000, 40,000 or something people. I was on the radio. I was put up in the Marriott hotels. It was like crazy. It was crazy. But then I have in my vortex that will only be fleeting. Now, this is where we want to stabilize things. We want to bring things in and stabilize it, so that when you start on this next journey, it's going to be for the rest of your life, and you know how to get your mindset out of things seemingly to fail. It's because there's an alignment within your vortex as you move ahead. It's different. It's different. There's a different way of doing this, but it's unusual to you. It's unusual to you. It's like you've been taught a whole new reality game, and now we've got to step into it, and now we've got to play it, like ground it, and like we can know it in our etheric mind and say, yeah, that feels right. Yeah, what she's saying feels right. But to actually ground it into this reality and allow your mind to switch from constantly planning ahead, instead of living more in the moment and trusting that the vibration will bring in the opportunities. Totally different story. Hey, Tonin and Celtic, Tama, and Mona Acosta. Good to see you guys. Okay, we'll see what else comes up from Osho. Osho helped me a lot. It was the only deck I had for about 15 years, and I think I got these when I was 27, so I had these for a long, just these, and they took me on this massive journey, so I knew that they would be valuable for this. Let's line ourselves up to the right career opportunities for us to come in. New vision coming up. This is a whole new game. New vision totally makes sense with what I've been telling you. Stepping into this, it is a trust where I don't imagine if you said to yourself, I don't need to plan everything anymore. I just need to be present with my self-support and inner knowing that this is right for me, and I know that the world would benefit from me sitting in this beautiful energy, and then reality comes along and goes, wow, she knows that she is an opportunity for the rest of humanity and the world and everything. So let's bring it all together now. It's something like that. It's like a whole different mindset, rather than, oh my God, I've got to go. I've got to fixate on making sure. And it's not to say that you don't, when you get a pull to do something, then do it, absolutely. But ask yourself, am I coming from fear? Am I coming from, if I don't do this, it will all fail? Or am I coming from, oh, this feels right in this moment? Totally different again. Totally different. Okay, here we go. Thanks, Celtic, for sharing. Oh, we've got ordinariness, and I saw this in the pack before as well. This is us setting ourselves up to know, as an acceptance card to me. Ordinariness is like, I am okay as I am in this moment. It is enough for me to be proud of myself, to be supportive of myself, to be trusting in what's lining up for me specifically. Nobody else knows you better than you know yourself. You know yourself the best, right? Not even your partner knows you better than you, because every moment you shift and you change your energy field. So you know when that's shifted. You know how you're feeling. You know the alignments that you want to align with. But this is grounding it. Now we're going to ask our logical mind as well to accept that this is the new me. And then the logical mind go, well, I've never done that before. I've never become extraordinary value in my work. I've never become someone that stood out and made opportunities for other people. In a big way, or some people might have done that sort of work, but there's this feeling of absolute self-support from both sides of the brain that's going to drive you forward, and that's what they're really bringing up. I'll bring in another pack here. Okay. And I'm not saying that, we don't still need to do healing or anything like that, but just work with all of the work that you've done in the past. Use that healing to work through it as quick as possible. Don't linger in it. For some reason, don't linger in it. Decisions too. The choices that you make are going to create the next reality that you want to create. Now, if you're choosing to slog along and get and do hard, really hard work, and be in a feeling of less gratitude of where you're actually going and all that sort of stuff, then that's literally your decisions are going to create that reality where people come in and they don't value you. You don't value yourself because you're feeling bad about your, where you're moving to and all that sort of stuff. So your decisions can turn into, I decide now to feel good about myself today and allow for more moments in my life, more moments to resonate with the true value of what would make me feel really good. That's a different story and a different choice. You're choosing to align with that. Now, it could be that at the beginning it seems like there's more negative than positive, but if you break through, they're showing me that flower again breaking through. If you break through, then you will find more of your moments will become in alignment with it. You've made a firm decision that's where you're going. The first day you might have, I don't know, if you put all the timing together, an hour that you actually was in alignment, and then the next day we want it to grow to 1.5 hours. I mean, this is logically thinking here. We're not going to time all this and all that sort of thing. But, and then the next day 2 hours, and the next day 4 hours, and all that sort of stuff. And it was like, whoa, hang on a sec. Now I'm really in that vibe. And you get used to it. They want us to get used to making decisions based on feelings instead for our careers as we're moving along. And opportunities are going to come up for you. Pleasures, right? There's nothing wrong with feeling good about yourself. And denying us of that is denying ourselves to live as the whole human being that we should be living as. It's supposed to be pleasure. And even with this one, I'm feeling that this card is showing us that these bubbles are like bubbles of, whoa, imagine if I could do that. And then playing with that, asking yourself or your logical mind, how could I ground this? What could I do to ground this? because this is a point that keeps showing me like a point where it shifts into everything that you desire coming true, everything that you wanted in a career, in a tangible money, or that's bringing them money because they know that that's what humanity works with. Money opportunity, or abundance opportunity, career that is fulfilling and gratifying and bringing in exactly as you should be bringing in the same amount of abundance as what you know you're worth as well. Dedra Ann, interesting that I picked up my Flow essential oil blend and put some on right before I came on the live. Go with the flow, right? Yeah. It is a whole new game. And I know that it's going to feel a little bit, because it's the logical mind that's doing that. That's because it's only being in charge. And now it's like, oh, I have to let go enough for my feminine side to show me a new way of doing this. It's like when I'm in a relationship. Up till now, I've only been in really relationships where I'm saying things like, well, we've got to get into alignment. This would be so cool if we could create whatever we desire. You know, we're the only ones that are pulling us back. And then the masculine mind is like, yeah, but I have to work and I have to go get the money in. And if you want those opportunities, I have to do all the work. And yeah, no, actually don't. You can align yourself with opportunities, and the work doesn't even feel like work. Like they would literally, I have to go to work, you know. No, the work that you do is like, oh my God, I'm so excited to do this work. It's not even feeling like work anymore. I'm excited about where I'm going with this. Totally different story, right? We've got let go of the need to control. See, this is, oh, she's a bit. This is the thing. Whenever I say something, the cards are bringing out exactly the same wisdom. And then on the other side is let go of the need to control. Trust in your wisdom of the divine plan. Like you can't get a better card for what I was actually just talking about. This is us shifting our reality into the divine plan. And what's the divine plan? It's your passions, your desires, your coming into that. I want to see though, just in the next, I feel that in the next few months, there's going to be a lot more opportunities because people have done the work and they're going to start to really get this. These opportunities are going to come into flavor because one person would have ignited their alignment to their passion, and they literally spread out and give more opportunities to others that have the vibrational meet to that opportunity. And so we become like that wildfire again, where all of the wild flowers in the fields are growing in beauty. And so we're all becoming the tapestry of this next blanket woven. But it's all through, whoa, that aligns with me feeling really good about who I am. I'm going to pull a couple of tarots now and see what else comes up. Do this with grace. Don't do this with pushing. If you feel you're pushing something at the moment, it'll be more than likely it's your logical brain thinking. It needs to get in there and make it work, which is what it's only done in the past. We don't want to keep going down that same, because it's only going to bring us full circle back to, but nothing's really worked, or something worked for a little bit, but it was fleeting, that sort of thing. Okay. Or you've created a job that you really aren't really that fussed on, or you've created a job that you really like. Nah, I don't like that anymore, but I don't know how to get out of it. That sort of thing. Yeah, in the future, I was really wanting to show up for the future here. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Hangman in reverse. So we're seeing things through a new perspective, because the hangman is someone who does see things through new perspectives, but he's just hanging there and waiting. He's waiting for an opportunity, and he does see the opportunities, but he doesn't actually take them. But in the reverse, I'm feeling like he looks like he's dancing. Oh, now I get it. Now I'm moving towards that opportunity. And the Page of Pentacles was in reverse, like an offering that's coming that you're not quite seeing. Something that's new, a new way of feeling. It's not really aligning you just to actually ground this opportunity yet, but it is there in your etheric field waiting for you to align with it. And then we have the Sun card. So yeah, the future, I feel like these opportunities are going to see the sun. It's got all these rays, just like I was showing you with, telling you about how one person just ignites their light, like this person here, and then all these other threads start to appear for other people to go, oh, that's matching my vibe. Oh my God, I really want to work with that person. That would be so cool. We become the sun together. We become this unified field of existence and we support each other because we're supporting ourselves first. And we're so excited about where it's going to go, because it's like, well, even if I have a bad day, that person's not always going to be in alignment with a bad day. So we're actually helping each other, guidance with this, and just giving them inspiration and all of that sort of thing. On the back of the deck was the Ace of Pentacles too, which stood out for me as well. Here's this golden path, right? And we're starting this new game of grounding pentacles into our world. We're grounding the actual physical, tangible things. It's like we are literally bringing utopia on earth. The meek shall inherit the earth in the end. The meek are those that are, to me, empaths, people that don't feel like they fit in this world because they're here to bring in a new world. They are here to ground their utopic feeling, their utopic heaven, their utopia on earth. And grounding means creating businesses, creating opportunities for people. It's alignment with work that you absolutely love. We need another word instead of business, obviously. We need another word that gives us the feeling of an alignment that's happening rather than it feeling like work. Because work in our psyche is like, really? We really do need another word there. And look at this, what we have here, Six of Wands, victory, on the next card down on the back of the deck, victory. Like, really, this is going to work, guys, because it's like literally the next step of us creating this, our missions, and but it's coming from a feeling so self-satisfied first, without the business. It's a self-satisfaction of loving who thyself is that creates the your light shining and you moving towards these opportunities no matter what, and then allowing it to take place. There's an added excitement. And I think that a lot of us have been working on something, and now we've kind of come into this slump of, I don't know, maybe I should change everything. But that's okay, because it was still battling that knowing where you were going to go was still battling your logical mind in the past anyway. And so it was exhausting as well as exhilarating at the same time. As the opportunities flowed in, but then the logical mind came in and said, you have to. And then you're like, oh my God, I have to. And so you're really drained by it as well. But now it's switching up, and you might want to put on added little flavors that just in this moment excite you. Like, for instance, I started doing the messages on Facebook just the last week. And I love doing them. And now I'm like, oh, now I want to do more with my YouTube again and that sort of thing. But it just happens that way. And the 10 of Wands, like, no more carrying all these burdens. This is the logical mind group. They keep showing me something like chiseling out a groove, and it doesn't put it down, and it just keeps chiseling it out, and that groove's getting deeper and deeper, and you're like, oh well, one more groove, one more, I have to do one more. And then the literal groove is getting so narrow you can almost not put your tool in, but you feel like you still have to do that. And they're like, put the toe down, put that toe down. How are you going to see this universal opportunity over here when you are focused in on that one little groove? Put the toe down. It's so funny. So yeah, put the wands down, because it's too hard anyway. The lighter you get with this, when you're moving through these new energies and the solar flares are shifting us into these new energies, the lighter you get, the more present you have to be, the more understanding that you need to trust your feelings more than your logical mind. You're excited about your imagination, but you also want to get your logical mind on board with that imagination. Yeah, whole nother game. I'll take these ones. Energy spirits. Trust and surrender and flow, eh, Deidre? Deidre Ann. Exactly. But it's easier said than done, because sometimes it is, when you get it, you'll get it. You'll go, oh my God, I get it now. And every time something negative comes along that tells me I can't, I'm going to say, no, you what? Logical mind? No. Of course I can. Of course I can. And then you move towards that, of course I can. But, you know, the logical mind will say, this is going to be one of your problems. In other words, say, for instance, a rule comes up, a law comes up, or something that says you cannot. There is always, be like water. Always you will see another way around that, because a law is like that groove, and it only fixates on that one path, where you, when you're in your infinite intuitive mind and imagination, are infinite. You have the ability to be able to see like water around all of that, and you'll be able to see the opportunities coming in that don't even have anything to do with that anymore. It's just a different way of looking at it. So if a rule or a law comes in that tries to stop you, if you've already fixated on, no, I will find another way, then and you don't fixate on that, on trying to clean that up or make that work or push against it, or, you know, that's literally what that is. You say, no, I'll find another way, then these opportunities will all start to light up for you, because you are in alignment with the whole universe, rather than just that one little groove that was telling you no. And in any case, if it is telling you no, it wasn't the right way to go anyway. It's just showing you that that's not the right path. So see it like that. See it as an opportunity of, oh, that's not the right path. Now, if you still feel passionate about it, or you're not ready to let that go, you can ask your guides to show you an easier way to be able to deal with letting that go. And so that might all smooth over. The laws change again, because laws are changing all the time, and it might smooth over. And then you're like, but I know that I'm going to have to let go of that sooner or later. Eventually, show me a path where I can just move into opportunities a lot easier. There's always another way. You've got the reins, because you're the one that decides. You make the decisions. And when you realize you're making the decisions, then things start changing up around you. See if there's another card that comes out with this pack. Oh, we have creation. No way. Fell on decisions. So yeah, I mean, you can't get better than that. Like, soul expression, something new. And here's these flowers again. Isn't that interesting? Right at the very beginning, I actually put that card back in the deck. We had the courage card that fell out, that had the flower that was growing through the crack. And now at the end of this reading, we have creation, where the flowers are actually being watered on by you. you take them outside into the sunlight, you nurture them, you are the nurturer of your own next creation. You don't need to wait for somebody else to nurture it. You don't need to even seek for, like, you don't need to try to find something that's going to work outside of you. You nurture it first, the flowers will grow, they will magnetize those opportunities to you, then take them. Then take those opportunities. When somebody comes up with a plan and then you're like, oh my God, that is just right in alignment with where I was going to go, but I didn't know how it was going to happen. And then boom, you start to create this beautiful new business, this new idea. And everyone is so empowered with themselves that they trust. You trust each other in the game that they're playing, because you can see that they've done the work just like you've done the work, and you know what it means to do the work. You know that you can shift the negative opportunity, the negative things that come towards you. You know you can shift them ASAP, and so you know they can too, because they're in alignment with you. And so you trust this now, and everybody is working towards the same business idea, plan, community together. And it changes everything just because you have learned to trust yourself. It was never a trust game of somebody else. It was always a trust game of the decisions that you want to bring in, the boundaries that you set for yourself. Give you opportunities because you know your boundaries of where you are, of what feels good for you, and you need a boundary there. Everybody starts to learn everybody's boundaries, and they respect them because they have their own boundaries as well. And so but then there's a multitude of opportunities coming up because everybody has is in touch with their intuitive mind and their soul connection to the source of all things, which is an infinite reality space that you can tap into. It's infinite, where the logical mind is only here to hold or ground things in a limited space so that we could have the practical playing field that we play in. Okay. I think I'll leave it there and open up the chat bar for free readings. If anyone wants me to do a quick one-off card for them, put all these cards back in the meantime. And if you're still staying here to watch this, there might be a message in it for you. But if you're going, thank you very much for being part of this journey with me. Please remember to like, subscribe. I keep forgetting to say that. And join in on my Facebook messages if you want as well. They're just daily ones. Okay, Cherie. Let me just have a bit of a cup of tea here. Cherie, Noel. Okay, messages for Cherie, Noel. Let's do these messages to do with our career, right? Or what we want to do next, whether it's retirement or whatever. It's still going to be unification with everything. Justice, oh my gosh. Okay, so you've probably done a lot of work and you're like waiting for your rewards to come in. Justice is coming in for you. You are going to get that reward that you're always wanting to see. See, this person's blindfolded, they can't see that, but they are holding up justice anyway. They're like, I am still holding up my balance reality. I'm still holding my balance from within. And so with that, the sort of truth is pointing to the sun. Look at that. And there's the sun, like you literally finding those soul tribe members, the people that you want to work with, the trust game opens up. Everything is going to come into alignment for you in the end. I really feel that with this card for you, Cherie Noel. That's really good. And it's funny, they have the heart weighed against the feather. So the heart is our passions, our desires, and the feather is the etheric field of the universe and all opportunities and all of that sort of things. It's like the intuitive mind and the heart is coming together to go, I know where I'm going now. But we still need that practical balance of the practical logical mind. And I'm seeing that what she's holding is, now I need my practical mind to come in to play with this, so I don't get out of balance with my heart and my intuition. It's in alignment with my practical mind, and I will be able to take that. They're showing me somebody who cannot see, and then their ears and their hearing becomes very acute, and or their second sight, they have second sight. They literally can walk with that blindfold on now, and they know where they're going. They have a second sight that's enhanced. There's something about a gift that's coming for you of a second sight, a psychic gift that's maybe developing for you as well. Okay, Celtic. Celtic. Celtic and Korea. We have 3 cards that's all fallen out together here. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Be careful that you're not holding on to something too tightly. But you have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So something wants to come in for you that's going to give you all your wishes and desires, but they're just asking you to let go enough of trying to keep everything too safe, because that 4 of Pentacles that you're trying to keep safe is trying to turn into, because this was in reverse, into the 9 of Pentacles. It's trying to give you a much more value grounded in this world. So you've been funny how I held that upside down. Now, tip it upside down, like literally tip those 4 of Pentacles out. Sharing and caring and allowing the flow to happen will bring you to the star. And then you're like, oh my God, I am the star of my own reality that I've created. That's really beautiful. And then the 9 of Pentacles will come in. There's something about you holding on to the what ifs too much. That logical mind's still holding on a little bit for you to have these opportunities really literally ground. But really cool that they're there, because that means they're right there. It's just a matter of you going, I'm releasing the negative mindset of the have tos and the want and the need tos, and I'm trusting that I'm aligning. Yeah. You're very welcome, Celtic. You're very welcome, Shuri. Okay, Paula. Hey, you want to come up and say hi? Oh gosh, this is Bobby. Say hello. He looks just like Penny, and his name is the same name as mine. So I'm looking after these 2 little dashies at the moment. So beautiful. So they're going to be here for a while. Okay, let me do another help for who was I doing? Paula. Can I shuffle these cards while you're there? Hey, I don't know. Paula. They are such good dogs, and the people that I'm house sitting for are the beautifulest people. I'm so lucky. Okay. Well, very lucky. So I'm going to be here for quite some time. Aren't they adorable? You going to help me shuffle for Paula? Yeah, you are. You are. Okay, let's see if we get a card for Paula. I've got to focus here. I know you're so beautiful, but I've got to focus for Paula here. Oh, Paula, how is that actually happening? Isn't that so good? That reading that I just said, that is literally your reading. You have this star come out. You are finding this balance. Like she's actually balancing too. See, they're always balancing in these tarots because it's so important. But you have this pentacle that wants to, like this grounded business, new business that wants to come in, really be grounded and be the shining light for you in the future. something about you carving your new path. It's definitely going to happen. You are on the right path. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Just tweaking every now and then. They're showing me, for some reason, tweezers. Putting up maybe some boundaries in your life at the moment still need to be set a little bit stronger for you to take the opportunities in and know when you have those opportunities. Kind of like when you win, if you won $1 million, all of a sudden you've got a whole nother game that you're playing, right? All of a sudden you're like, say, you have to tell Aunt Myrtle over there that they're not going to get any money because you can't give everybody money, right? You still got to look after yourself and that sort of thing. So you've got to have these boundaries that are set up, and you won't win the money unless you know how to say no to Aunt Myrtle. That sort of thing is what they're bringing up for me. Hey, can I put you back down so I can shuffle properly? Would that be okay? Yeah? Oh, but he wants to stay. He looks just like Penny, right? You're such a good boy. Okay, we'll try to shuffle around you. And Rosie's down below me, wants to say hi too. Can I bring Rosie up now and show them Rosie? You ready? Okay, super boy. Put you down. This is Rosie, isn't she gorgeous? Another beautiful one. I'm so lucky. I manifested dash hounds in my life again. I miss Penny so much, and I'll probably never see her again. But I still manifested. She's too short for you to see her. Oh, no barking. No barking. No, we don't need to do that. No. Enough. Okay. I'll shuffle properly now, otherwise I'm not going to be able to do anyone's reading. Christina. Okay, Christina. Ooh, you have the 5 of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. Yes, love that. I see something at the front door. But it's okay that it's in reverse. I'll get one more card with that. It's like stepping out of, finally realizing that you have been playing a victim game and now you're stepping out of it. You're like, you know what I'm seeing with this? Usually in this card, people will say, there's people in the actual church and they've been all comforted and everything, and the person outside's feeling sorry for themselves, begging, and they're not actually feeling like they're worthy enough to walk into the church and get the comfort. But what I'm seeing with this is you seeing the church kind of thing. No, you're not religious or anything, but you seeing the building with these people in it, and you saying, you know what? I'm not only am I no longer going to be the victim, I'm going to shrug this poor cape off, and I am going to create a new reality. I'm going to just create something different. I'm going to create my own business, my own building, my own, funny I said business. I'm going to create my own thing over here. Because you've been through a lot. And I could probably easily have these cards as well. So it's the 5 Pentacles in reverse. You've been through a lot. So you're shifting this victimized feeling at the moment. I totally get these cards because I've been through a lot as well. But it's time to let go of that past completely that wounded you, and see an opportunity. I want to get one more because I don't want to leave you with that, even though I feel like you're moving into something way better. It's almost like they're showing me the rubber band that's pulled. When you pull a rubber band, you pull it so tight that all of a sudden it gets really, really tense. You have to let it go. That sort of scenario. But when you pull it, if you pull it and let it go here, it'll just go flop. But if you pull it and let it go here when it's really tense and really hard, like a lot of victimized feelings and all that sort of stuff, and you have been wounded a lot, when you let that go, it fires way ahead, right? So you get a way bigger opportunity coming towards you, or you going towards it. Yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune, but it is in reverse. So it's like a wheel that's stuck with this, a wheel that's stuck with that Three of Swords from the wounds that's happened to you in the past. It's coming up for you in this full moon at the moment so that you can have a look at it, because you're going to turn it around. You have the ability to be able to turn this around. Okay, I'll leave that with you, Paula. Justin. We have the Three of Cups, but it is in reverse. Three of Cups is working with other people, and it's like, do I trust somebody else in this, with this? Seven of Wands. So yeah, Seven of Wands, getting prepared to maybe fight, because in the past you probably did, when you did work with others, you had to fight your way through. You're like, really, do I have to do this now? Again? They're like showing me, sit back and relax and enjoy it, and just enjoy your cup of coffee. Just sit back and relax and enjoy yourself for a moment. You don't want to manifest that all up again. Something about you not manifesting. Yeah, devil in reverse, not manifesting those people that put you in chains again. But it came out with the Nine of Cups, which means many opportunities coming that's going to enlighten you. Like your heart's just going to be, yay. So this is almost like a test. I feel you're going through a test at the moment of, are you... we always do. We have these little niggles in our reality that comes in. Doesn't matter how clear you are. You have a niggle here and a niggle there of happening. But it's how quick you can shift it. No, not giving that attention, because that's not what I want. I'm not going to deal with that. Something like that. And then the devil has no hold on you. See, it was in reverse. You slip through the chains of the devil. You're like, yeah, no, I'm not even going to focus on you. They're showing me Merlin, when the evil witch was in charge of everything, and she's like, I'm going to put a spell on you, all blah blah blah, and Merlin walks into the room and he goes, well, she's like, so you're here, I'm going to rah rah rah, and he goes, yeah, nah, puts his hand up and just walks out and doesn't say anything. And she's like, because she has nothing to fight against. He's not giving her any focus anymore. Don't give that wound any focus anymore, because there's opportunities coming up for you as well that want to come up for you anyway. You're welcome, Paula, and you're welcome, Christina. I'm glad I could help. Okay, just see if there is, because we've gone through a few. Mona, the card just flew out for you. It's the Empress in reverse. So they are asking you to look at what's depowering you, or you're not nurturing of yourself. They're wanting you through this full moon to look at what you, for some reason they keep bringing up that full moon at the moment, the strawberry full moon. But anyway, I don't usually do moons and stuff. Every now and then they do come up in my readings, but when they come up so prominently, I suppose I've got to say something about it. But use the energy at the moment to see where you're devaluing yourself. You're not nurturing yourself. You're not loving yourself. You're looking for it outside of yourself instead of giving it to you. And bring yourself back to empowerment, because if you have the Empress energy around you. But if you're constantly looking for that, to be told that you're the Empress by somebody else who doesn't even properly see that in you, you will always fail. So it's bringing it back to, you're not seeing, I don't think you're quite seeing this in yourself, but this is an opportunity that's coming up in this full moon for you to actually look at that as a lesson at the moment. Annie, we have the Seven of Pentacles. You've been working at something that's wanting to manifest, but you're like, am I ready to harvest this? Am I ready to make that next step and actually ground this into this reality? And maybe it's like pick the fruit so that I can nurture myself with it or something. There's something to do with it. Yeah, like she's got the reason why I'm saying that is because the empty basket is standing out for me in this card. The empty basket. It's like, am I ready to harvest this? Or am I meant to wait? I'm not going to say. For some reason, they're not telling me. They're not telling me whether you should or you shouldn't. But they are bringing up the Ten of Swords in reverse. So something is some sort of, you're letting go of a massive, huge thing at the moment. So it's kind of like, just allow the next steps to be presented to you as you move along, because there's Four of Wands is unity within yourself and figuring this out for the benefit of you in the moment. Yeah, so there's something to do with that for you. Okay, guys, let's leave it there. And I will come live again next week and do another channel message. If you missed the channel message on Tuesday, it was an absolute doozy. I'm actually thinking of maybe even promoting that one. It was a very, very good reading, that or channel message, which was, yeah, it was just full on, lots of information. And mind you, a lot of my channel messages have a lot of information. So that was on Tuesday. If you want to go see that, I do have the school. That's an amicable school. If you want to be part of that, it's just a few dollars a month to be part of it. I am creating another cool telepathic game at the moment, and then I'll do another lesson after that. But I'm taking my time with this at the moment because because I've just moved, in another new energy, and they keep putting me in new energies all the time at the moment. So it's like I have to keep getting used to these new energies, but I think they want me to do that so I get used to shifting it up or changing for some reason. So I'm just giving myself a couple of good days grace, and I've got other things that I've got to do as well, which is the presentation in New York when I was at Ground Zero doing initiation and work there to ignite the feminine mind and the feminine power at Ground Zero in New York. That was absolutely huge, and I'm still putting that meditation and everything together as well. So yeah, there's a bit of work. Anyway, love you guys. Bit by bit, it will be done. It shall be done. Until next time, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being part of my team, and I will see you later. Bye.